Hello, everybody, and welcome to session number 5 of our Legacy of Ruin campaign. When last we left off our intrepid band of adventurers, we had used a different video audio source, which is now messing up everything that we have going on, because OBS is starting to be a pain in the butt right now. I don't know what's going on. To our introduction. OBS does not want to work today. Let's try this again.
Everything was fine until the stream killer started joining your team. I'm just saying.
As soon as Zach joined us, we lost everything. Good job, Zach.
Like the anti-com bubble.
All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to session number 5 of our Legacy of Ruin campaign. When last we left off our intrepid band of adventurers, you guys had been delving deep into the depths of the twisted tree, the oak that was the somewhat foundation of the druids. Well, suffice to say that bushes and leshies are not fans of the party, and the combat proved rather difficult, devastating, and tough for everybody to get through. Brutalizing the party, you did manage to actually get through most of the deadly plant-based traps and stumbled across a strange priest hovering over water with tendrils of dark necrotic energy shooting forth from him towards several other adepts, almost draining their life force, corrupting the tree energy. After a relatively short and easy compared to other battles, you took care of this corrupted priest, and a spectral entity shot out of its body, a deep, dark, haunting voice speaking about how it would report back to its master about what it had seen here. Upset, the party made its way back to the town of Seldrain, where Miko immediately stormed inside the church. Upset and not wanting to talk to anybody, he went to his room, slamming the door behind him. And that is where we pick up today. As the morning rises once again, the party prepares to meet up. What do you all choose to do while I fix several OBS stream issues that happened from that hiccup?
I think Vatya is gonna get up extra early and try to hit up the bakery like right as they open.
So Delea's going to do her usual route of going to the bakery in the morning. Twinning.
Sarko will sleep in.
Reset all the
Miko
stream
is-
logins, so
is grumpy, and he's in bed still. Wee little man.
He's just a little guy. Can you blame him?
His hands are trembling.
his little boy hands are trembling.
Volter's going to be spending the morning making the final adjustments on some changes that need to be made after that last excursion.
Miko hasn't even come out of his room for breakfast yet, I will say.
The priests of Aracel are definitely getting worried. Miko not coming down for breakfast? This is so unlike him.
I imagine they even tried to bribe him with his favorite breakfast.
Is it toast cut in triangles?
It is French toast.
The wafting smell of French toast, of course, comes out through the environment as the priests knock on Miko's door gently. You hear Perrin's voice coming from the hallway. Miko, my boy. Breakfast is ready.
I'm not hungry.
Well, you want to talk about what happened the previous day?
No, I don't.
Sometimes, when tragedy strikes, I find it's useful to bare your soul to Alastil and find comfort in his warm embrace.
I don't want to talk about it.
Breakfast will wait for you. I'll tell the other priest to keep it warm for you. You hear
Miko doesn't respond.
You hear his footsteps kind of walk away as Delea, you enter the bakery. Carly.
Oh god.
Your usual order is ready, but Carly doesn't really say anything today. Just nods. You know, still stinging a bit from the rejection you gave him the other day. Just passively lets you know. Your order's ready, Delea.
Thank you, Carly. How are you doing? You seem very quiet today.
No, just busy.
You're standing there, you're not busy, obviously.
I have other chores I have to do, but you know, can't do them when customers are around. So whenever you're good with your order, I'll get back to work.
You know that I'm always alright with my order. You never mess it up. I really appreciate it. And Leia's just kind of there like, what am I supposed to do? There's this child who's heartbroken. I'm like, you're a child.
He just slowly polishes the already clean counter. Just kind of wiping it down. Not really looking at you.
Carly?
Is there something else you would like, Delea? Something to add to the order?
No, that isn't. Everything is wonderful as always. I just wanted to tell you to have a good day and that I hope today brings you much happiness and many smiles. I don't know. I'm trying to comfort you and I don't know how to do this.
I don't need any comfort. You saved my life the other day and that was more than enough. Thank you.
are you doing alright since then? You've kind of refused to talk about it, so
I'm fine.
I don't know.
I really have a bunch of other chores I have to do, so if there's nothing else...
You're literally just standing and wiping down the same spot on the counter. You've been doing that since I walked in 2 minutes ago.
The counter's very dirty.
The same spot on the counter is very dirty.
He moves to another spot. It's also very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Father likes it very clean when customers come in.
Right? Well, you know where to find me if you need to talk about anything, or if you're feeling any sort of ways regarding a few days ago. If you want to talk about that at all.
I'm fine.
I think you're bold-faced lying, but alright. I'm just gonna walk out.
As you leave the bakery and you kind of check your goods, usually Carle often threw in kind of an extra pastry from time to time, like a raspberry or a strawberry, like little fruit. And you notice it's missing from your order this time. It's just your standard normal order without the extra pastry.
I broke this 14-year-old kid's heart! Yeah, she's just gonna keep walking to the church like, oh well.
As you cross the town, what are Zarko, Falter, and Vatia doing right now?
Vatia was also at the bakery, but I'm gonna assume that
okay.
she walked in like right after Delea left.
Yeah, you run into each other as Delea is leaving, kind of checking her bag.
Yeah, just like,
good morning.
oh, good morning, Vatia. How are you doing today?
He's all right. I slept very good for having been repeatedly pummeled.
No, same.
Yeah,
100%.
he's good. He's good. Good sleep.
Yeah.
Bakery, right? Bread and pastries and. Well, it was nice seeing you. And she's just gonna like walk straight in.
You walk in, Carle kind of perks up. Hello, what can I get for you today?
I did not think this far ahead. Give me like half dozen small pastries, like little rolls shaped like moons. You has those? Yes.
Oh, yeah, you want some croissants?
Yes, perfect. That
you
one.
Want some
yes.
stuff with jam? We have this new thing that's come in recently from Cantargo called chocolate. We made a little chocolate paste. It arrived this morning, actually.
That sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
Alright, whips up a couple, stuffs them in a bag. 6 croissants, that'll be 2 copper pieces.
Perfect. And she like reaches into the pouch at her hip and just like slides like 3 copper pieces across the table.
And he just brightens up. He's like, "Oh, 3 copper pieces. Oh, and look, I have this special pastry I could toss in if you like."
No. He's fine. He's perfectly alright.
It's a raspberry cream pastry. The patron that normally
comes sorry.
Deathly
allergic to raspberries. Cannot have raspberries. Thank you. Have a good day. And then she just like takes her like bag of pastries and books it out of there.
Thank you. Come again.
Shit, I think this kid likes me
now. Zarko and Falter, what are you guys doing?
Spending most of my morning recalibrating things, getting things ready. And after a resound beating the day before, once those are all good, though, I'd probably go hunt down Zarko.
I was sleeping, sleeping in, exhausted.
Up with you guys. You guys both stay up here. So
is Zarko in like the Lem's compound or whatever house it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, after making plenty of noise, recalibrating my stuff, I'm gonna hunt down Zarko, finding him completely appalled that he's still asleep with all that noise. Zarko, how are you still asleep?
How
We You didn't get beat that hard. Come, we've got to meet with everyone else. We've got things to do.
Oh, okay. And I'll lean over, just... Okay.
As he's kind of like coming to, I'm gonna go around trying to gather all the things I normally see him carrying and like arrange it on a table for him.
Oh, you're so nice. I'll begin to get prepared and brush my teeth and stuff.
Okay. As you're preparing, for the day, brushing your teeth, getting ready for the day, Delea, as you're crossing the square, you see Devlin, your old-time tavern buddy, just kind of like working out in the middle of the town square. Just a few days ago, actually, just 2 days, actually, was the Winter Festival, where Devlin had this incredible surge of strength and power where he had single-handedly defeated every person in the fighting arena to become the Winter Festival fighting champion. You see him kind of just like chilling in the town, and Devlin, as our newfound player who's been able to join us again, why don't you take a second to describe to everybody out there in Twitchland what your character looks like and a little bit about them.
Okay. Yeah, so Devlin is a regular plain old Joe Schmo human. However, Devlin is really, really large. Like, uncharacteristically large for just your average human. You're used to seeing those, those between your 5'8" and 6'2" guys walking around, and then there's this just like monster of a human being, but he's dappered up because if you're going to be this big, you have to at least try to look good. It would be sad to be this large and not at least take care of yourself. So Devlin, from top to bottom, just dappered up. Hair slicked back, hair on the side shaved back. Likes to just pull his hair back into a nice little knot in the back to keep it kind of out of his face. Devlin has a very positive, happy attitude. Just loves life, loving life, enjoying all the little things. He doesn't have a lot. In fact, he has little. One of his favorite things to do, and probably one of his very few and if not only thing that he loves to do, is fight. But not like I'm going to walk into a bar and pick the biggest guy and just assert my dominance. No, because I'm a teddy bear. No. I'm just the thrill of the fight, in complete honor, is what brings me joy. I like to square up. I like to pit my skills against others. I like to pit my strength against others, but only if it's fair. If the person's feebled in some way, to where it just really doesn't seem like it's an equal fight, I don't find joy in that as much. Devlin is alone. He doesn't have family out here living with him. He's traveled here in hopes of finding himself and making a name and becoming, making something of himself, basically. And what he's done out here so far he's made significant leaps and bounds forward on improvements as far as strength and awareness goes. But as he's done that, he can see there's so much more room for improvement, and I'm hoping, as Devlin, to be able to find something to attach myself to and grow and better not just myself, but those around me.
And with that said, you see Devlin improving himself in the town square as you walk up.
Good morning, Devlin. How are you today? I have some mini croissants from the bakery. Would you like one?
Good morning, Delia. It's been a minute since I've been able to see you. I would love a croissant. You say you got this from the bakeries.
Delia! Yeah.
Delia, that's what I said, right? I
No!
said Delia.
You
I
said
said
Delia.
Delia
No, you didn't.
That's the running
because
friend, so don't worry about it.
it's the accent. You just couldn't understand me. It was
I'm
not
putting a nice jar. I'm gonna.
Delia.
That's how you
Oh,
say
love.
Delia in Devlin accent.
Well, for a
Look at that
second I thought it
jar.
said Delilah, and I was like, that's not her name, and I had to look closer.
Don't worry, I've said Delilah how many times? What's the dice jar up to?
Let me count.
You need to look at the
It's
notes.
more than a handful.
Hey there, Delilah.
Yeah.
It's half of a mason jar. I'll
We'll
just say
make
that.
sure to call you Delia. It's hard to say, but call you Delia from now on properly.
Not that hard to say. I just.
It's not that hard to say, maybe
Mhm.
in your accent. That
Delia.
I'm currently trying to figure out for the first time since I made characters 6 months ago.
You're talking in the meta, and I don't know what you're quite saying right now.
At any rate, I love croissant. Thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. I mean, I have been putting a strike on Marcello and the tavern, but that's, it's fine.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I haven't seen you.
Understandable. I heard you guys go on big adventures.
Who told you that?
Word around streets is maybe you guys are real popular right now and you've done good things. Is that not true?
Definitely not me. I would never be involved with that.
Ah. Well, I will take croissant. It matches mustache. And start snacking on it.
I think at that point, Vatia would kind of jog to catch up with Delia and be like, Delia, are you excited for next big adventure?
What? You would lie to best friend? What is this? I thought we were closer than that.
I don't do the adventures. I simply just stand there while you guys do all the hard work, and I play little silly songs on my silly little lute, and I don't do anything helpful. I just pass out sometimes. Don't let my mother know. And just immediately she looks like she's on the brink of crying. Just like oh fuck, I've been found out.
Well, as it so happens, I'm looking for adventure myself. Perhaps, maybe I'll be included on your next one.
Why not? Because I definitely only stand there and I don't know anything that happens, and I definitely didn't do anything, and it's just everybody else. I'm just there as a supervisor. She shoves a croissant in her mouth.
Of course, you do nothing.
Big exaggerated wink.
Mouth wide open, visible only teeny bit under that giant mustache.
It's fine as long as my mother doesn't know.
Oh, it is like saying, what mother doesn't find out, you won't get in trouble for, or something like that.
Exactly the saying.
Is that saying?
Yeah.
I've heard it before. Many tavern people say it. Yeah, all the time.
I think it was actually in that one song from that traveling bard who came through a couple months ago. Yeah, he definitely sang about that.
I think I read it in a book once.
His primary song was "Hey There, Delilah," and that the whole town's just been struggling since then.
I'm sorry, it's
That's
just
what
so
confused
catchy.
me. It was good. It's very good.
Well, I was going to go to the church to see if Miko wanted any pastries. What are you guys doing today? We should probably try to figure out more of a plan about Father Pedros, since we now know that he at least passed through the druid camp.
Oh, there
Happy
were
to
druids?
re-begin our searching for Father Pedros. Fresh, anew. Perhaps pick up new trail, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I will
Find
just
another
tag
path
along.
to look for.
I follow you.
Happy to have you along, especially because you're such big, strong man. Very, very wide. Take more shots from arrows that I can hide behind you, and then tiny baby Miko take care of you. Don't worry about that part.
Oh, it will be fine. They just bounce right off of me. They don't. They definitely sink right in.
But you know, Devlin, lately you've definitely felt like you've been going through some changes. Something's happened lately that you've felt like your strength, your power, your ability to have arrows. You almost feel like arrows could bounce off you. Like you feel this newfound energy kind of surging through your body.
I'll lean into Delea and just say, I'm not joking about the bouncing arrows things.
Maybe you
And
need to see a healer about that.
the exact opposite. I don't need healers because arrows have no effects on me. They are so afraid and intimidated by my mustache. Alright, let's go find.
I can't even. Yeah, you can have a hero point. I'm broken now. I don't even know what to do. Oh my god.
I'm gonna
What?
cry. I'm just writing in my notes. Devlin has a good mustache that deflects arrows.
It's just like an arm just reaches out and grabs arrows and throws them away.
Can monks in Pathfinder get like deflect arrows?
I think you should.
I'm gonna have to change up my
Oh
skills.
my
I'll look
God.
for it after the session. I'll
Okay.
look for it.
You guys head towards the church as a newfound band of and Falter and Zarko. As Zarko's gathering up the rest of his gear, what are you guys doing?
What? I suppose that we should meet up with everyone else.
It seemed like they wanted to meet near the church. Could go there.
Sounds good. We go there.
Excellent. So we will trek our way through the snow to the church.
You do that. All of you head over towards the church. As you walk inside, you see Perrin and several other of the priests of Aristil kind of tidying around. The smell of cinnamon and fresh baked bread and eggs kind of permeates the lower floor. And Perrin, seeing you, he approaches. He's like, well, perhaps you're what Miko needs.
Good morning, Father Perrin.
Hi, good morning, Delea. Batia, Zarko, Falter, and Devlin, you're traveling with this band now.
It's for recent ventures. I decided it would probably be good for me to branch out a bit and maybe learn, to think of others besides just myself.
Congratulations the other day on your win in the fighting rings. champion of Salgerine. To be honest, I never thought you'd do it, but man, I was quite impressed.
Just do the. I didn't think I would do it either. I lied.
Yeah, Vatia's just like looking between them. Like, you did not think the largest man in the village was going to win fighting competition?
To be fair, you know, size is not everything. I've seen Devlin lay down on his ass quite a few times.
His biceps are bigger than my head.
Aye, but he missed.
Yeah,
He used to miss a
he's
lot.
pretty small, but he doesn't now, and you should have more faith in him.
Like, he's the champion of the town. He learned a lot in the last year. I think he spent a lot of time learning how to fight. I was quite impressed.
I don't want to talk about the record, but those of you who've been in the town for more than a year know I don't win my fights. I've actually lost most of them. I'm like 14-2 or something really terrible. I don't win a lot.
Well, you won 3 more on the Winter Festival day. So
Yes!
Quite impressive.
14
Well,
and
I'm
5.
almost up to a 33% win rate now.
You
Woohoo!
also beat Falter.
Whatever
Yeah.
it is that you're doing that's new is very effective.
You knocked
It
Falter
took me a
out.
long time to fix my armor.
Yeah, you knocked Falter out in like a single punch.
I am very sorry about that too. That was all for good show and fun. Hopefully, no long-lasting dents or something.
None yet.
Okay, good.
You know, what you don't win in the fighting contest, you at least win in the hugging contest. You give very good hugs, like a very big bear.
Feel like he could do more damage with a hug.
You know?
Not until level 4. At level 4, I do more damage with hugs. That's later, though.
The Devlin bear hug.
Later. Right now, they're soft and cuddly. Not so scary.
Nico, he's not coming out of his room. All that said and done. Perhaps you would like to go up and see if he'd like to come down. He's not talking to any of us. We made his favorite breakfast, and it's toast battered in eggs with cinnamon and syrup. But he didn't have any of it.
So you're saying there is extra?
Aye, there's enough breakfast for all of you if you'd like. But I have to
Fantastic, thank
save
you.
some for Miko if you can get them to come out of his room. He's not saying what bothered him.
I'm
What
kind of
happened when you were out there the other day?
I'll go try to bring a plate up to him and see if he'll let me talk to him, maybe. I have other pastries, and I don't think I've ever seen him turn down some croissants from the bakery.
Perhaps when he come down and sees that I am already eating, he will be more inspired to eat.
What exactly happened to Miko?
He won't say. I was hoping one of you could tell me.
I am thinking he is still worried about Father Pedros, having not yet found him, and it's very important to Tiny Miko. And we have no new leads, and there was very bad dark things happening under the tree involving priests, and now tiny baby Miko is concerned about other priests. Is big problem. I have perhaps said too much.
I think we should let Miko talk whenever he's ready.
Well, if you want to give it a shot, I've never been to Miko's room, actually.
I don't think I have.
Aye, well, it's upstairs, the third door on the left, if you want to try to bring him some food.
I'll get a very overstacked plate full of French toast. Like, I'll put some of the mini croissants and arrange them so it all looks pretty, like some fruits and stuff before going up to Miko's room and knocking.
Deleo, wait.
Yeah.
Well, Miko's very particular. You have to cut the crust off of the French toast before you bring it. He just won't eat it. It's something that we do every time for him.
You have to cut the crust off of French toast?
But the crust is the best. pot.
And
No,
extremely
Miko-
soft.
Miko's very particular about his crust. He doesn't like it in any shape or form.
Okay. I'll just set it back down on the table, get out like one of the little knives, and like very carefully cut the crust off. Would this be to his standards?
Aye, but cut it into triangles and form the croissant into a happy face. With the triangles being eyes, aye, and then the croissant being a smile.
How would if the strawberries were the eyes?
Aye, we could do that as well.
I'll just like spend like 2 or 3 minutes arranging the plate. Before like going over to Father Parent. Do you think that Miko would be alright with this?
Aye, that's looking like what... It's actually better than what we normally do for him every day.
Oh, alright. Maybe he'll respond to me. I'd like to see him and make sure that he's okay. Thank you. She's gonna zoom upstairs.
The rest of you, of course, are more than welcome to dig in. There's heaps
Vatia's like already got like half a piece of French toast like in her mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
There's
Thank you.
fruits and, you know, French toast and some pancakes, you know. A little bit of bacon on the side, some venison. And Delea, you rush upstairs towards Miko's room, following Father Perrin's directions.
Yeah, I'll just knock on the door very carefully. Miko, it's Jalea. I'm alone. Father Perrin and everyone else are downstairs. But I just wanted to see if I could maybe come in for a minute. I brought you food. Like a lot of French toast. And I cut them into triangles. She's just like kind of staring down at the plate when the door opens. Like, I cut them into triangles and I cut the crust off of them. And oh,
Miko
hi, Miko.
is in his PJs and his hair is down. And he's just... His eyes are a bit red. He's been crying. He's looking a bit disheveled. Says,
Jalea.
morning, Delea.
Good morning, Miko. I've never seen your hair down before. I think it's
That's
very nice.
And then he opens it like a few seconds later and his hair is up. Would you like to come in?
Please. Thank you. I think your hair looks very nice down as well.
Thank you. And Miko will like move out of the doorway so she can come in. Miko's room is, despite him looking very disheveled, it's very clean and organized. It's very simple. He just has like a bed, a desk, a dresser, and then like a shit ton of candles and herbs everywhere, except they're all like nicely, you know, those like girls on TikTok who do like those home organization. That's his room.
I can't believe that Miko's a TikToker.
Miko is a TikTok influencer. I don't know if you do this. And he leaves the door open actually behind you because he's a proper man and he does not. No premarital door closing. And he will just sort of like look at you and then look at the plate, look back up at you.
She just offers the plate and just like a smile. Just like, I brought this up just for you. Would you like me to sit down? I just wanted to check and see if you're okay. You don't need to talk at all. I know that everything is probably moving very fast and is very scary, but I just wanted to make sure that you were feeling alright.
So we'll take the plate, and he like takes a piece of French toast off of it and sets the plate down and, like, motions for you to sit wherever, like, on his bed or at the desk or whatever. And he's just like, well, you know, I'm doing all I can, but what I did for last night from thinking it was a lot, and I'm really worried about Father Pedros. And I'm worried that he thinks it's my fault that I'm doing this to him. And I don't want it to be my fault. I don't want him to have to worry about me more than he should be. And I know he, I don't know, adopted me or whatever because he was in a relationship with my mom or something. And maybe he, like, sees himself actually as my father more than I thought he did before. But I'm just, he's missing and it's my fault. His French toast is really good.
I don't think it's your fault that he's missing. I know that he was out to look for you, but that's not directly your fault. You were out looking. You were in a search party, and then he went out to search for the search party. I don't want to pass blame on him, but I'm not sure that those need to pass blame on you for that either. He was worried about you.
He wouldn't have gone out himself if he weren't looking for me. I'm sure of it. Did you
What?
know that he used to be a watcher like Vatia? I didn't know that.
Would I know that?
No.
Well,
None of you younger folks would know that, or anybody new to the town.
Father
It was
Per-
before Miko was
Father-
born.
Father Perrin said that he was a watcher and he hasn't done anything like that ever since he got me. So I don't even. I've never seen him leave the town before, except when we went to go visit his parents.
Hmm.
And even then, it wasn't even that long of a trip.
Hmm.
He wouldn't have left if I hadn't have gone.
But it's not your fault either way that he cares. It is not his fault for caring for you. It will never be your fault for that. And I really mean it.
What if the same thing that happened to that priest we saw, who got possessed or whatever by that dark entity, what if that happens to him?
Well, then we'll find a way to fix it. We'll find a way to save him. We'll find a way to bring him home. I mean it.
But what if it's too late by the time we're there?
But what if it's not? What if there's still hope? And what if it's a bad assumption that it is too late because it's never too late? I mean, so there are times where it can be too late, like with my sister, but you know, there are times that we can do something about it, and I think this is one of those times. We can go out, we can search, and we can make sure that we can stop this and bring him home safe. Miko, I've told you about my sister, right?
Yes. Well, I've heard about it. I haven't heard you talk about it.
My sister went out to try to adventure right before we left. And came here. She passed while adventuring on her first time. But she was still brave enough to go out and do the effort and to try to stop all the horrible evil that was going on. And he was... It's not really as comparable, but when he went out to look for you, he was adventuring of a sort. And I'm not saying that he is doomed for death. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying that we can do something about it. Because it's not too late for him.
How are you not terrified?
I'm fucking terrified. Look at me. I'm horrified. I don't want any of us to go through the same fate that Aspira did. But there's a reason that Asriel graced us with power, and it's because they saw something in us. And it's our duty to uphold that. Even if it means we're scared while we do it. We can do something about it.
All right. You're always right.
You know, I'm really not, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. Would you like a hug?
Well, yes.
And Delia just kind of stands up to offer her arms for a hug.
Yeah, Miko hugs back. It's a good, like, it's a 5-second hug. I'll give you.
Aww.
Premarital hugging.
I don't want this to sound weird, but your hair smells nice.
I was just gonna ask.
Oh yeah, dude, his hair smells so good.
What scent's Miko wearing?
Like,
Yeah, but what are the flavor notes that we're getting?
Hold on. I have this candle called Butterfly, and I do think Miko smells like it. Give me a second.
Of course, it's called
A
butterfly.
little bit of symbolism there.
Fruity, like little bit of it's my Miko candle. It's like a fruit, like a citrusy with some lavender.
I was
That's
gonna
what it
say
smells like.
he's lavender for
I
sure.
felt Miko was lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Like
off the
100%.
lavender
Yeah,
vibes.
lavender coated guy. Yeah.
Miko is definitely a lavender.
Well, everybody
Gang
is
assigns Miko.
Gang assigns Nico as
smell
lavender.
scheme. Yeah.
Everybody else is downstairs, and actually, Devlin is here too. From the tavern. You know, the big teddy bear guy. No, it's all right.
Yeah.
He's
No, he uses up all of our herbs. Do you know we have to? Well, now we're gonna have to put up in a special shipment if he's here.
why does he use up all the herbs?
Because he gets hit so often and he loses his fights so often. We've put him on the blacklist for using the nice herbs.
That's true. He's not allowed to get the
That is
expensive
like-
herbs anymore.
I get discount healing.
There's too many of them. Yeah.
Well, he's fully conscious. I should preface with that. He is fully conscious and probably at full health. I didn't ask, but he was doing crunches out by the fountain. So I'm assuming he's
Okay.
fine.
What if I go downstairs and he's missing any of his hit points? I'm going to lose it.
You know, I don't think I know what a hit point is, but if he's missing anything, I will help you look for them.
It's a cleric thing, don't worry.
Cool.
Nico will like sort of motion to the door and be like, "Do you mind if I get changed first?"
Oh yeah, of course. I can wait. Would you like me to hold the plate of food for you? So it's I can hold the food for you outside.
No.
Okay.
No, I've got it.
Okay. I just wanted to ask. And then she'll just kind of step outside, just like hold her hands together and just like turn away and wait. Just like
Yeah. Miko gets changed and it takes a few minutes, but when he opens the door again, the plate is clean. Like there's no more food on that plate.
the real
Like,
question
clean.
is Miko still in his pajamas?
No, he changed.
Okay. Delia goes to like try to offer a hand, like trying to motion for the plate.
Miko's like, I've got it, it's okay.
Okay. Okay, sure. Sure.
And I'll go downstairs with
Just
Delea.
head downstairs. You see the rest of the party chowing down on the remains of breakfast. I'm not sure how much what everybody's stacked up and eaten through at this point in time. I don't know if Falter
Any-
needs to eat.
I
Any
didn't touch
breakfast
anything. You
meats at all?
ever since the last time I got maple syrup in the components, never again.
I did know that food was free here, so kind of going overboard.
Yeah, but Vatia's on her like second plate.
And Devlin, what was your question?
Just are there breakfast meats or is it?
Oh yeah, There's
I'll just
Anything
venison
keto friendly?
sausage. There's bacon. There's in addition to the French toast and pancakes, there's also fruit. But there's enough meat. There's lots of meat.
okay. I'll just kind of piece at the meat a little bit.
Julia's just like still munching on like croissants and goes over to get a couple pieces of fruit.
Tiny baby Miko, you're down from room. Did you sleep?
Yes.
That's good. It's good for maybe Mikos to get sleep and food, evidently.
Yeah, Miko is eating again already. He already has more French toast. Father Perrin.
Hi, my lad. It's good to see you down and that your appetite has come back. Thank you, Delea, for whatever you said to him.
You're welcome. I don't really know what I said either, but I think it worked. I think it's called kindness.
He looks at you and just turns back towards Miko, kind of ignoring that comment. What can I do for you, lad? What's bothering your mind and your spirit?
Well, when we went to go see the tree yesterday, the thing that was infecting it was, oh my god, what the fuck was the priest's name?
The Father Wayne?
Was that it?
Yeah.
Father Wayne was the guy we fought.
Father Wayne?
Well, Wayne.
Yeah,
not
because we
Father,
reversed Batman
because
to
it was
him.
Druid,
Oh, was it
but
not Father? Okay.
It was
Right, because he's
Okay.
Batman. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We reversed
Wayne
Batman to
Bruce,
him.
right. When we went to the tree yesterday, and we went to go, it or stop it from dying, we ran into Father Wayne, and he was being possessed or something by a dark entity, and he told me that him and Father Pedros had passed through the druid camp at the tree looking for me. Well, us, but me.
So, is that what you're upset about? You're worried about Pedros.
Of course I'm worried about Father
Ah.
Pedros.
Pedros is strong in his faith with Aristil. He's a skilled fighter, an expert woodsman, and one of the most powerful clergy here within the church itself. Nico, you can set your worries aside. I'm sure nothing ill befell him. He's probably just still looking for you out in the woods after all this time. He wouldn't give up until he found you. I'm sure that's why he hasn't returned.
Maybe so, but it still has me worried. I mean, Father Wayne wasn't incapable, and even he got possessed by a dark entity.
Well, there is... No, never mind. I can't... Forget I started to say anything.
No. Oh, what? What?
There's perhaps one thing that we could try, but I dread to speak of it. And
Miko just sort of looks at him like, go ahead.
he just melts under Miko's eyes of sadness. I know that for most of your life we've warned you about entering the forest alone. For all of you, actually, other than Vatia as the warden, most of you we've told you not to enter the forest, because there is dark things that lurk within and connections that exist beyond our own mortal realm and plane.
Hmm.
There is an old woman that lives in the forest, a soothsayer of sorts, by the name of Alice. They say that she has the ability to scry and seek out information at a price. I don't know much of the price and what it would cost, but perhaps if it'll set your mind at ease, she could figure out a hint of where Pedros is.
I mean, if we could figure out where he is, then we could go get him and he could know that I'm safe.
Aye, and perhaps then he could return back to the town. But I'm wary to send you to go talk to the lady. I don't... She's nice enough, I suppose, but... to dabble in such magics... It's not the path of Aristos, which you've slowly begun to walk upon. It's a different path. Perhaps we should just trust in Aristos himself. Now that
What's wrong
you've-
with the different? What's it wrong with exploring other things if it can help?
Hey, there's nothing wrong, but
Okay, then let's do it.
to charge a price for services such as she does.
If it'll
Most
help set
businesses do cost things, you know, is pretty normal.
If it'll help bring Father Pedros back, I don't see what the issue is.
If this is a path that you're surely want to set down on,
If everybody else would be alright with it, I don't see an issue.
I'm happy to escort baby Miko wherever he needs to go.
Perrin looks at the rest of you. He's like, and you? Would you be willing to seek out?
I feel wherever Pedros went is where... As... My mind blanked, what was that angel's name?
Azrael.
Azrael.
I feel
doesn't
wherever
know.
Pedros is where I should be. You have my hand.
Zarko,
Yes.
will you lend your strength to Miko in this time and keep him safe?
Oh, absolutely. I'm already on board to help find out Father Pedros and figure out what the heck is going on and just all of the above. I'm having a good time.
Devlin,
I think
the champion of Saldrain. If you could lend your strength to this crew, I would feel much better about it. I don't know what fighting prowess they have, but I know you beat Falter, and that must say something to their own strengths.
My intent is to follow wherever they may go. I'm just looking for a little more experience.
Nell, you wanted to say something, wee Delia?
No, I will be quiet for once. I think that you prefer it that way.
Uh, he pauses a moment and then he speaks up a bit. He's like, it's not silence I prefer. It's just not
My closed mouth.
sharp-tongued. I'm happy to hear your thoughts, as long as they don't come with barbs and slices.
They'll only come with barbs and slices if that's what
Aye, well.
met with. I think that if this is something that'll set Miko's mind at ease and it could potentially help bring back Father Pedros, I am all for it. I'll be very supportive. And I'll go.
Aye, then. I don't know the exact location, but I spoke to Amaryllis last when she was in town a month prior. She spoke a bit. We talked about the strangeness in the woods. I believe it's about a 2-day journey to the east, or west of here, rather, into the forest. I'm sure.
Would Batya have ever been out that way?
Unlikely, but go ahead and roll a. We'll let the dice decide. Let's do a recall knowledge nature check. See if you've ranged that far in the past. Actually, yeah. You've never actually approached the hut that stands out in the wilderness, but you have seen it from afar in the past. The other wardens have advised you against going there, as the mad old lady Alice is known to be capricious and cruel sometimes.
I have not personally spoken with this person, but I have seen the hut in my ranging in the past. I am confident I will be able to lead us there.
Kern sort of nods, and he places a hand on Miko's shoulder. You know, kind of reaching up very high, since, you know, he's a halfling. I hope whatever the strange woman in the woods can do can set your mind at ease, Miko. I'm sure Pedros is fine, but if this is what you need for closure, may Ella still be with you and guide your steps so that no harm becomes you.
Thank you, Father Perrin.
Things have gotten somber. Let's enjoy the breakfast. Please dig in. You'll need your energy if you're heading out into the woods. Don't let this old priest bring you down. And he kind of walks away, kind of deep in thought, as he heads upstairs and leaves you to your business.
How are you feeling, Tiny Miko? Are you ready for this next phase of adventure?
Are there any of the other priests, around?
There's a few filtering around here and there.
Okay. Okay. I hope we can find Father Pedros.
Of course. As I have said, I will do everything in my power to eat this pizza. I will do everything in my power to take you where you need to go to bring back Father Pedros alive and well.
Thank you, Vatya, and thank you all of you. I know the priests are very worried about me going out on my own.
You're not going out on
So-
your own, you have all of us. Which probably... I think the only real comfort with us going is probably Zarko and Vatia to them. But, you know, at least they feel a little bit more comfortable with you not going out on your own.
And
Well,
Devlin now.
yes, but you're also... Well, yes, but you're also very nice company.
Really?
This French toast is really good.
I am glad that the French toast is very delicious, Miko. Before going out, what sort of for 2 days? No, probably at least 4 days, because we have to get back afterwards. We should probably make preparations in whatever ways that we can.
And actually, as you speak of that, Perrin returns with a sack, and he hands it to Miko. And he just says, he's like, "For your journey, Miko. I know the wilderness can be difficult. Hopefully this lends you some strength when you're away from home." As you look inside, there's 8 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with the crust cut off.
Yeah, let's go in triangles.
Yeah.
This is actually the best accidental character trait I've ever given a PC in my life. Food lover. I'm a big fan of this. Thank you, Father Perrin. Always much appreciated.
And of course, the church's stores are welcome to all of you. We have plenty of trail rations, dried fruits and nuts, and jerky and meats for the rest of you.
Is there any more of those sandwiches?
Do you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Arco?
Yeah, who doesn't? This is perfect fuel when you're trying to stay energized and fight. Perfect.
Hey, well,
I agree.
I suppose
Hey.
we could make a few more peanut butter jelly sandwiches if you'd all like.
I will simply take some jerky and rely on wilderness for fruits and veg.
I can stop back at the bakery if we want more pastries and stuff of the sort. I mean, it's not much to fill our stomachs, but it still tastes really good. I think Carle might try to cry if I go back in, though.
Perhaps it'd be best if I do ordering at bakery.
Sure. Oh, okay. Thank you.
What happened with bakery?
Listen,
Carle's a
small
little shit.
small Carle is preoccupied. How do you say with Ilea? And
I turned him down because he is 14, and ew.
yes, I agree. Very
Hey, there's no need to be cruel. He's just child. That's common for children to not pay attention to very important key things when looking for relationships.
I told him no, and he just about started crying, and then he said some other stuff, and then she just picks up the last croissant and goes.
as I say, I will take care of bakery ordering until Carle is able to regain control of feeling.
I should probably go talk to my mother before we do leave town.
That sounds like a terrible time, but I understand.
Oh, I know.
So, just peanut butter and jelly for Zarko?
Oh, you can give me more. I won't fight you, but yeah, I like all of it.
Aye, but nobody wants Walter, Devlin, no peanut butter and jelly for you?
No,
I'm obsessed with
thank
Father
you.
Parent taking our orders.
I appreciate the concern, but I am fine. Thank you.
He needs
You need some milk.
motor oil.
Which one of you just said that? I wasn't paying attention.
My mouth was full of food. It wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
As Perrin kind of heads back, he's gone like 5-10 minutes. He comes back with a little sack. He hands it to Zarko. He's like, "Hey, here you go. We're running a little bit low on jelly, but that should do you over." And you look inside. It's 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The crusts are still on, and they're not cut into squares.
That's okay.
Get wrecked.
Wow.
I didn't
Your
ask.
favorites.
They're gonna be delicious though.
I'm obsessed with being assigned picky eater because I do imagine Miko is the type of guy who they go to a restaurant and he does just order chicken nuggets every time.
In
No, but there can be
dinosaur
too much
shape.
variation. There can be too much variation with the breading. It's buttered noodles, I would imagine.
But I got butter noodles is good. Back up.
As you all prepare to leave, Perrin kind of walks up to you, Miko. He just reaches out and puts you like a little hug. It's gonna be okay, lad. I hope this helps you get what you need. I hope you find Father Pedros, but be safe out there. I was worried when you came back. You wouldn't talk to any of us yesterday.
I know, I'm sorry. I was just
It's okay.
I have a lot on my mind.
You have to work through your emotions, however you need to do, my lad. But just know that we're all here for you. If you ever need us.
Of course. Thank you.
Hey, well, off with you all. Go find the soothsayer of the forest and come back perhaps with Father Pedros in tow. The town could really use his leadership now. Esther still knows I'm not cut out to lead a commune like this.
That's very true.
Wrecked.
Why are we
I
all of a
am,
sudden so fiery?
I
Just
am-
whispering, do we not like this guy?
Delia's gonna offer a fist bump behind someone's back.
I'll lean
to
into
you.
Devlin. I think we like him, though I'm starting to suspect he intends to sabotage me. He continues to offer me sticky substances.
He's a pain in the ass, and I don't like him. He called me a little tiefling bitch.
Whoa!
That's not what.
I don't think it was those words.
Nope.
It was not.
No, it was.
It was after Delia made very snappy comments to several people because, in case you haven't picked it up, Devlin, Delia is very rude to most people. And mean.
It wasn't. He didn't say that word for word, but. If you want my
I was ready to throw
explanation-
down if somebody's calling one of my best friends a bitch, but you know.
I'm trying to see exactly what he said.
It was something along the lines of like, her tongue is as devilish as her heritage or something.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
thinking
definitely
along that.
something like
How did that become? Okay. Well,
Because
it was
Delia.
definitely like tiefling derogatory.
Yeah, it was tiefling
Somewhere in there.
slander,
That's
for
what I was
sure.
across.
all right.
Delia. Her flavor note is salty.
Her flavor note. No. Oh. Miko did pack extra herbs because Devlin is coming with us. But the shitty herbs.
The low quality herbs.
the lowest quality herbs we have.
Now you remember that when I'm stabbed
Watching
85
Goblin.
times, so you don't have to get hurt.
They'll remember. They'll remember from last time.
I'll still, yeah, I remember from when you and I talked when we first created our characters. And I was like, we used the shitty herbs on you.
As long as I go from X amount of hit points to not missing any, I don't care about the quality as long as there's no major side effects. We're good. If I start doing like these things, figure that out. But I don't care how we get from A to Z. I just want to get to Z, so we're good.
I also imagine that, like, what classifies as shitty herbs is just herbs that Miko particularly doesn't like using. So it's just like, he's like, oh, I hate using a roll.
I hate
Like,
wormwort. This is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's okay.
Mustard seed.
You guys head out
All
to
right.
your various jobs. I think Vatia is heading to the bakery. Delea is heading home to talk to her mom. What's everyone else doing?
Well, I suppose we gotta go talk to Lem and let him know he might not have a couple extra hands anymore.
Yep, that's a good call.
Are you guys-
Highly respect them.
Who lost
Hand it
hands?
to my employer to let him know I'm not going to be there for a while and grab my backpack.
Hey boss, I'm going on an adventure. See you
Yep.
next month.
What's Miko doing?
Remember all that leave I've saved up?
I will go with Vatia to the bakery.
Alright, so as everyone spreads out to their various ways, we'll hit Vatia and Miko first. As you enter the bakery, Parlay's there, laying out some fresh baked bread. He looks up and parks up a little bit. He sees you. Like, twice in one day, what can I help you with?
We need provisions. We will be leaving town on short adventure, probably for maybe 5 days. We just like some simple breads and basics. Nothing fancy.
With raspberries, yes, because you're allergic to raspberries. Make sure
Yes,
there's
I
nothing
am.
with raspberries.
Definitely, very certainly allergic to raspberries. That is a true thing that I said to you earlier today.
Alright, I got it. Miko? What do you want?
I don't know if Miko's ever been inside the bakery before because he didn't get out much pre-beginning
Maybe
of
not.
adventure. His eyes are wide. He's like tearing up.
Oh,
This is like the
jeez.
most beautiful place he's ever been.
He's died and gone to heaven.
There's croissants, stuffed pastries, like the little strudels with the
Oh.
icing on top. There's little mini cakes, cupcakes, bear claws, donuts.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Remember to pick
I
things
just
to
look at
travel well.
Vatia. Travel well. But what if I want a cinnamon bun right now?
You can have cinnamon bun right now, as long as you split with me.
Of course. Yes, I would like the cinnamon bun.
Carla goes, he gets a cinnamon bun, places it down on the counter. He kind of looks at you. He seems strangely hostile towards you, Miko. He's like, that's 2 copper pieces for that, Miko.
Bro? Okay. I'll give him the 2 copper pieces. Whatever. Want to be mean like that?
And what do you want, Vatia?
As I said, just some basic breads, like 2 loaves of bread.
He grabs up a couple loaves of kind of like a rich, dark, weedy bread that will last pretty long out in the wild. Places them down on the counter. Grabs 2 more chocolate croissants. Places them on. We're running a special deal actually. For every loaf of bread, you get a chocolate croissant today.
Listen, small child. I thought Tiny Miko was tiny child. You are infant. Let me be
Only
very
one and
clear.
a half years younger than Miko.
As I said, let me be very clear. I understand that you had your heart hurt by Delea. You may be transferring some of this anger to tiny baby Miko here, who does not deserve it. But you cannot project these new feelings from Delea onto me. I am much older than you. I am adult. You are a tiny child. Thank you for bread. How much will it be?
He just looks shocked and confused, and then he points over to a sign that says special deal today. Every purchase of bread comes with one chocolate croissant. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. How much?
Two copper.
Perfect. Here you go. Come on, Miko. Look, we should go.
Leave the boy alone.
Both of you go ahead and roll a
my-
perception check as you're walking out.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of you.
Brutal. This poor kid, dude.
I'm on it. Perception check.
Fatia, as you're walking
Let's
out,
go.
you see Carle. He's kind of like to Miko, but then he kind of sees that you see him and he stops. He turns around and starts cleaning again. But Miko, you don't see it.
Bitch.
Perhaps you and Delea should both avoid bakery for a small amount of time. Perhaps I should, actually.
What did I do? I just wanted a cinnamon bun.
Well, did you get your cinnamon bun?
Yes.
Are you going to give me half?
Yes.
Then we're good to go. Let's go.
As you do that, Zarko and Falter, you head back to the workshop with Lem, and you see him. He's kind of hard at work. He's working on a new schematic that he's been trying to put together. Looks like some sort of like rangefinder visual device, but it doesn't look like it's ready yet. So some sort of mechanical scope or something. He looks up and he's like, it startled me. I thought you were going to be gone the rest of the day.
Well, sorry to break your focus. With things happening around Seldrain, we have new news. The two of us are going to be joining a bit of a excursion to see if we can find a lead to Father Pedros and his disappearance. So I just wanted to let you know we're not going to be around the shop for a little bit.
If that's where you feel you'll be most at use, then maybe it'll help you find more of your memories.
In these past few days, I've had a lot opened up. I'm going to kind of flex my right arm as I've adjusted. It's got like new, fresh chromed, optimized servos, and combination of some awakening and what you've taught me, as a lot's coming together.
He looks at your newfound kind of arm servos, and he's like, "This is a masterpiece of work. When did you have time to put this together?"
Well, luckily I'm not limited by sleep cycles the rest of you seem to be.
A blessing in disguise, I suppose. It's truly masterful. I've never seen such craftsmanship before.
I think if I continue with these people and following this calling I'm feeling, I feel like more might be opened up to me.
Then I wish you
And
the best, Walter. What do you want to say?
oh, thank you, Lem. If all goes well, I shouldn't be gone long. Looks like you've got a new project you might want help with.
I've been having a lot of inspiration lately. Zarko coming back with his firearm that been looking into possible ways that it could help those who seek long-ranged combat more. Not ready yet, but I do have some good ideas.
I'd be happy to see what you come up with on return.
Of course, Zarko.
Because we will return.
And you haven't forgotten our calling and our special community here. I hope.
Absolutely not. It is with the intention that I head out for this purpose.
Well, the Bellflower supports you, Zarko.
Thank you, and you too, Lim.
Good luck in your calling. As he shakes your hand, we cut away to Devlin as you approach your employer. What is your job, Devlin?
I kind of have two. I help I can't remember Lorenzo's.
Yep, at the Flighty Fae.
Yep. Yep. So I help Lorenzo. As like a bouncer, but I also let's see. It says I also work for Marcelo every now and again doing the fights. But primarily
they're both in the Flighty Fae. So as you enter the Flighty Fae, you see Marcelo behind the counter. He's counting out some money. He seems a little agitated and rough around the edges. His eyes have shadows and kind of bags underneath them, as though he hasn't been sleeping well lately. And Lorenzo is kind of toying around in the back. Like, as Lorenzo comes out. Devlin, I was not expecting you so soon.
Actually, I was hoping to maybe put in like time off. I don't know how that works. I have very important thing I have to help do, and I'm apparently I don't know if you've heard, but Father Pedros is missing.
Hey, well,
I don't.
Everybody knows that the Father Pedro is been missing since the great earthquake several days ago.
Yes, well, that is what I'm doing. So now I'm headed with some other peoples from towns to go look for him.
As you say that, Marcelo looks up and he's like, "Ugh, you do not need to worry about Pedro. You are better here, fighting in the ring. Don't waste your time with that old man."
Well, it's less about Pedros and more about companions and others that need my help. Smaller, more frail people who, have requested that I stand in front of them and get punched more than they do. So, I think this will be good for me.
You do the
growth.
same thing for me, but I pay you. And you get prize purses to get punched. Why do it for free?
It is something my heart seeks. It reaches out for more. And I think this is what I need.
You see Lorenzo just sort of shaking his head as Marcelo gives his speech. Like, I forgive my boy. He has been more surly the last few days. I don't know why he is such a nasty temper. And he slaps him kind of up the back of the head. And Marcelo kind of glares a bit in response. Like, take the time you need. Go search for pages, follow your passion, Devlin. If you can be of use to your friends, that is the most important, yes?
I appreciate you. It is important that you understand that I'm not leaving forever, I hope. I just need a little bit of time. And then I'll be back and then I help out. But turning back to Lorenzo, because Lorenzo's the one that's really like tired and sickly-ish looking, right?
Yeah, Lorenzo's the old man. He's in his, like lower 70s. Marcelo's his son.
And he's the one you said that was counting his money and looking
No,
pretty ragged.
Marcelo's counting the money, and he's all like angry and telling you
Okay.
that you should get beat up for money. Not
Okay,
for
yeah.
free.
Then I'll talk to him. I'll be like, are you feeling okay? You look like maybe you are not sleeping.
Do not worry about me. I can take care of myself. I have had some rough dreams, but it is okay. And you know, your friends like to harass me constantly because I refuse to make blood magic sacrifices. Give me a hard time, but
What I did not understand this one. What did they tried to do blood sacrifices?
all I know is we stumble across an ancient ruin, and they say, Marcelo, you have to put your blood on this rune. And I do not do it, and now I leave, refusing to participate in blood ritual, and Leia come in here and start trying to pick a fight. If I was, I should have crushed her skull in my bare hand. This is pretty unusual for him to say, as you know, but like more kind of angry, and he's never made threats like this before. He's like, just, and shut her mouth, just crush it. That's what I should have done. Accuse me for not making blood sacrifice. Who does that?
Well, I tell you what, you just take it easy while I am gone. When I get back, I'll help out. You and me will talk some more. Just relax while I am not here, and then and when I get back, we'll re-engage.
We'll
And
see
then,
if you still have a job when you return. My father may be kind to you, but he will not be here forever. Lorenzo just shakes his head at Marcelo's comment again. Like, please, my boy, don't listen to him. Go, Devlin. Go, just go now before he makes more upsetting comments. And he slaps Marcelo upside the back of the head again. Marcelo just glares at him.
Well, I'm just gonna grab my stuff and go. That was awkward, and back away. And run up the stairs. Go grab my backpack and stuff real quick.
Leia, you return back to your house. See your mother sitting in the sitting room. Just kind of chilling out, reading a book. She looks up at you as you come in. She's like, are you back from your daily travels once again, Leia?
I'm back.
It's good to have you home and it gets settled in the routine again. I hope you don't plan to go back out in that dirty forest again.
Well, about that, you didn't let me finish. I'm only back temporarily. Going again.
Again, you're going out into the woods again. Why? Why, my daughter? Why would you do this? You break our mother's heart every time you go out there. I cannot sleep. I cannot rest. I worry so much about you.
Because we have a lead on information for Father Pedros, and I want to go with. Want to help get this information.
I had known that trying to betroth you to this boy Miko would cause you to run around in the forest so much. I would never have proposed it.
Mother, what did you just say about Miko?
To put it out of your mind. Should have never pushed you.
No. What did you just say?
I said I should have never pushed you to make a connection with Miko.
You did not say that. What did you just say?
It was not worth the danger for you to try to betroth you to this boy.
What do you mean, betrothed?
Surely you are not blind. I have raised you better than that. Why do you think me and Father Pedros try to put you and Miko together so much? So that you would marry and have a better future to be mayor of this town connected to the church. You think it was coincidence that we put you together all the time, that we encourage you to spend time with the boy? That we arranged for the two of you to spend time together so much when Father Pedros holds the boy so tight? It was for your future.
I thought that maybe you were just wanting me to have a friend. I'm 17. I'm pretty
That's
much
old
an adult,
enough
but
to
I'm
be
not an adult. I
married
can make
already.
my own decisions. You don't need to try to push me to do things
Well, I hope
to make yourself look better.
It's for you and your future. I don't push you for me. One day you
But
will
who would it
run this
benefit?
town, but you must have the connections.
But who would it benefit now? It would benefit you. You're trying to make this
your
decision.
future is for you, child. You don't understand it because you are too young.
It's not. No, it's not. It's for you. You're doing this to make yourself look better. If you wanted to do this for me, you would let me do it. Whatever I wanted on my own.
You don't even know what you want. You're so head in the clouds. You think, oh, I shall adventure in the woods. That is how your sister died. You still don't know? You are just as headstrong as Marspiela, running off into adventure, seeking things. You learn nothing. You leave your mother here with a broken heart.
I don't owe you for me to stay at home, sitting around, doing whatever you want. I'm my own person, and I think you forget that sometimes. I try to do good. I do. But you have to let me try on my own, and if I fuck up, then that's alright. But you can't just push me for no reason, except for your own betterment, and for what you believe to be better for me.
I tried it with Marspiela. You know what
Well,
happened?
I'm not
died.
her.
She died.
I'm Delea. You haven't tried with me. I've just followed you around.
If this is what you want, just go. Break your mother's heart. Go into the woods and chase after a boy.
Stop trying to guilt me over this. I'm allowed to make my own decisions. I'm going to make my own decision. How you respond to my decisions is not my responsibility.
Just leave.
I'm going.
And she storms off into another room. You faintly in the distance, you can hear the sounds of her crying.
Leia's just gonna pack as much as she can into whatever bag before going downstairs. I'm allowed to be my own person, and I don't think you fully realize that. I know you think that you do, but it's obviously not sitting.
You get
back.
No response. Just the sound of sobbing in the distance.
Apparently my happiness and well-being and my desires and dreams aren't as important as you wanting connections. Then she'll leave.
And as you all gather back up in the center of town, this is a perfect time for us to take our midstream break. And we'll return shortly with the second half of today's session of Legacy of Ruin. And we are back from our mid-stream break. As you guys circle back up in the center of the town square, Delea appears. I don't know. Are you emotionally charged as you approach there? Have you gotten your emotions under control by the time you arrive? How are you looking as you gather up with the rest of the party?
Delea is just like, she looks like borderline about to cry. She also, like at the same point, she looks so pissed off. Like she's just like ready to cry out of anger, but just like this also looks extremely defeated almost.
Are you and I close enough that I would know what happened, or are we not quite that close?
Well, Delea just found out about that.
No, sorry. What I mean is just the exchange between you and your mom. Is that commonplace that I would know about it because you and I kind of worked together for a few years? That I would know. So you and I have worked together for a few years in the tavern when you come in and play, and I was a bouncer. So would I know that was like kind of just the exchange, not what was exchanged, but that there was an exchange and that you're upset about it?
I think you could probably draw to that. Delea overall is just a very prim and proper and very put together person. She doesn't let herself look like anything's wrong. Usually she's had a lot of like just a couple moments of vulnerability with the party thus far, but overall it's just like I need to be put together at every single moment. And just seeing her not appearing completely okay, that's saying something in of itself.
I take it conversation with mother did not go well.
One could say that.
Do you want a hug?
No, I don't think I want a hug.
Fair enough.
Thank you for asking.
Shall we, as they say, hit the road? Head out to forest? Unless anyone else has any unfinished business.
Out of character question. The forest, is it just to the west, or is it like forest to the west and the south? Or like
It's
what's the
almost
layout?
due west. So, well, actually, this isn't maybe the best hex map here, but we'll
Okay.
go this real quick. We'll maybe remove this giant Vatia token.
Okay.
So kind of over here, sort of almost due west into the forest.
Gotcha. All right. So what was eating me was like we know the druid went into the forest. And I was not certain if it was like he went to the south forest or west. This actually helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you're the druid kind of camp was kind of more kind of this way, kind of northwestish, and then you're gonna head more here towards the southwest. I'll actually update this map with notes because we're gonna start. We'll probably use it more often, especially as we delve into the chapters and stuff.
Love it.
Each hex is a day's travel, but that's just why everything looks so gigantic in relation to everything. Well, a day's travel across plains, right, through the woods, like that's still 2 days, but it's kind of, in that hex area, a little tougher. If that makes sense.
All right. Yeah, definitely. We just gotta rely on Vatia's ranging. She's got this.
Oh boy. You guys remember episode 1, right?
Fatia is super skilled at
Natia's great with survival
survival.
checks.
Do you need me to make one?
Yes.
if you're all heading out and Vatia is leading the way, then go ahead and start us off with a survival check.
Fantastic.
Also, make sure you all got your hero point from the midstream break.
Should put us all at 2, except for those that roleplayed their hearts out, I guess.
I think that puts Miko and Delay at 3.
I also have 3. There was
And
already 2 on
Devlin.
my sheet.
Yeah, Devlin would
Okay, I was
also
gonna say there's
get
already
3.
2 on my sheet.
Yes! Go, Batia!
Excellent.
Fucking finally.
The first day of travel goes relatively smoothly as you move through the forest. Vatia is very familiar with this area. As you head deeper into the woods, it hasn't snowed for a few days, but you still sort of notice that the snow's kind of thick packed on the ground, the trees covered. But there's this sort of underlying kind of withering that seems to hit some of the hardier kind of evergreen plants of the forest. Similar, but not quite as extent as what you saw at the Twisted Oak, the Druids' camp. So there's some sort of corruption spreading through the woods a bit.
There is something very wrong here.
I was going to ask you, this is not normal, right? I feel like I don't remember it looking so dark.
Grim?
Yeah.
No, this is very abnormal for any part of the forest, but given what we have seen last few days, I fear this may be becoming new normal, so to speak.
To catch you up, Devlin, the small plantoid guardians of the druids, they looked much like these corrupted plants, and they had attacked us on sight. This dark energy does foul things to everything it touches.
We should proceed with caution. We don't know how far corruption spread, if it has affected Ellis, or there's too much we do not know. I would suggest we conclude our business here as quickly as possible.
You all set up camp for the night. Are you setting up a watch order? And if so, what is it? Or are you just camping carefree in the Ravenel forest?
I think we'll set up a watch.
Yeah, we definitely need a watch.
I have to double check it, but I think I have that thing where like I'm still perceptive while I'm sleeping.
When
I don't
you're
have a watch.
powered down
Hey, Rick.
or whatever.
Why are you not wearing yours?
I'm checking my item list. There's no watch here.
I think
I haven't figured out how to
Vatio
make those yet.
will want to take the last watch, like before morning.
Okay.
We'll go
And
first. I do not mind.
Falter, you only need 2 hours of standby, but you're aware of your surroundings and don't take any penalties for being unconscious.
Okay. So
Tiny
yeah,
baby Nico.
I can probably cover 2. If you're doing like 3 watches, I can probably cover 2 of them myself.
And Tiny Miko is doing what?
Tiny Miko will go on whatever watch Tiny Miko is needed on.
Same with Zarko.
Same.
Zarko, you, me, tag team first watch.
Sure.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, so Vatia's last, Zarko, Miko first. Falter is willing to take most of the night, so probably chilling out while everyone does it. So, and then Devlin and Delea, are you taking watch together, like second shift, splitting it, like second, third?
Either or.
Yeah, I'm fine. Whatever. As long as we're covered, we're good, right? So
Mhm.
How many watches are we taking? How many watches are we doing?
You can split up however you want. There's 6 of you.
oh, yeah.
So, like, how many watch periods do we need to cover?
Each
Like
period
I
of
said-
time is going to be about 2 hours.
Realistically,
So that'd be 4
if
periods
everybody
of time.
wanted to sleep, I could cover most of it. I just need someone to tag out for those 2 hours. I'm actually down. Hell, even then, I
Well, I
don't
think-
really need it.
I'm Okay, wait, hold on. We'll do Zarko, that's his name. Zarko and Miko first. Maybe Delea and Falter, then Devlin and Falter, then Vatia and Falter. Just so there's 2 people for each one.
Yeah, that's smart.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
for sure.
Alcohol.
Michael.
Michael!
Words are coming hard to me right now, but I'm making the best of it.
You've got this.
Is this I alcohol as in you Michael alcohol, or is this I alcohol as in Miko alcohol?
I guess we'll never know.
It's Michael.
No, Miko can definitely hold his alcohol.
Miko won that
Miko's
Sure,
drinking
we
the best
saw
at
that.
holding his
Yeah,
alcohol.
wait. Miko canonically can hold his alcohol better than Michael. Great.
Better than literally all of the adults.
Good for him.
Good for him.
You should
It's
all
because
have
he was drinking for Falter.
a roll.
He
check.
had the iron stomach for his friend.
Ooh.
Is it in the site?
Let me click the button.
Did it? Oh, do I?
Oh,
not
it's
get to
secret
see?
check, so I don't get to see
Secret.
it. Right.
So none of you will get to see. Just waiting on Vatia's roll.
Oh, sorry.
All
You know,
right.
the downside of me being on every watch is my perception's not very good.
I don't think mine is either. So
Is there any roleplay you guys want to do on your watch shifts? Or before I don't want to interrupt. I don't know if Zarko and Miko want to have a heart-to-heart, or Falter and Delea, or Falter and Devlin, or Falter and Vatia.
The gang talks to Falter.
I think Vatia wants to talk to Falter about upgrading some gear. Because she's got these like binoculars that she picked up
Oh, yeah.
when we were gearing up, and she wants to make them a little fancier.
Yeah, you guys have that conversation.
Sure. For the most part, for these watches, Falter kind of keeps to himself, focused on looking around at things. He's very good at hyperfixating on things.
So the night passes uneventfully into the morning as Vatia and Falter take the last shift.
Okay.
So Falter, I've been thinking about my role in this group. I obviously am a ranger, am best at range, but I also care very deeply for some of the younger members of our group, and I worry that I will not be able to watch out for them adequately. So I got these binoculars, and I was wondering if you could perhaps fashion them to be a little smaller profile, something I could wear on my head like all the time. So just pop down, good vision, pop back up, regular vision, so that I can keep an eye on the whole battlefield all times.
Well, doesn't sound like it would be a terribly hard fix. Assuming the powers that be, wink, deem it something I can create.
You feel it's something that you might be able to create. You also recognize Lem's also working on something somewhat related to enhancing vision and scopes and such.
Mm.
Might have some insights when you return.
That's a good point, actually. Well, while I might be able to make adjustments for ease of wearing, the Master Smith in Seldrain actually had something that might fit exactly what you're looking for.
Is that so? That would be very useful for me.
So you have a pair of goggles?
Sort
Or
of.
binoculars?
Binoculars. Binoculars. Same thing. But yes, they're. I do not wish to have to hold with two hands in order to see.
Oh, okay.
Something wearable would be much better.
Gotcha. Well, would I be able to, like, for the meantime, until we get back to Seldrain, would I be able to, like, fashion some kind of, like, head strap or something?
Yeah, make a crafting check.
Maybe reduce it a bit. Yeah, let's see what we got. I got adventure dice.
Yeah, you can jury rig something up together pretty quick in the time that you guys are on watch, and get something to make like a little like quick slap down, slap up,
Awesome.
slap down, slap up sort of goggle system.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Just imagining, like, you get a headband with like a full set of binoculars.
That'd be a little unwieldy.
And as you finish crafting, the rest of the party begins to awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Good morning. Did everyone get enough sleep?
Good morning. How did you sleep, Fatya?
This sleep well. I like to wake up early, so early guard is good for me. Look at this thing Falter made for me. This takes binoculars, make much smaller, and now I can see everything. It's great.
You couldn't see everything before?
Well, I mean, further. I can see further away than.
Oh,
Yes,
cool. That's really cool.
yes, very useful.
Yeah, that sounds very useful.
I think I shall be better prepared to alert everyone in the event of combat and perhaps give a +2 perception bonus on initiative.
Wait,
That sounds incredible.
I don't even know what those words mean. Delightful.
As you prepare to head out for the day, go ahead and mark off consumption of some rations.
I will certainly do that.
Does eating a PB&J count?
If you eat 2 PB&Js, it'll suffice for one ration.
Cool.
Rations
Cool.
are technically
Okay.
a whole day's food, so maybe are you only eating the PB&Js? Darko has some
They're
too, but
marked-
they have the crust on.
They're marked as charges.
Miko really on that college student diet. Throw a little piece of ramen.
Listen, they're good.
So I think something's up with my inventory, or maybe I just quantity. is crazy
Click
here.
on-
It says I have 10 pieces of chalk and only 2 rations, but 5 torches.
I'm obsessed.
I
That
see
sounds right
7
for the starting.
rashes on your inventory.
Is that what the 7 out of 7 is on the left over here?
Yeah,
Click on the word rations. It'll bring a drop-down menu.
and then you can click
Oh,
use
7
rations.
charges. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because it sorts it out by like a week's worth of rations.
I was just looking
Right.
at
Yeah.
the thing says quantity, and then in that column, all like as you go down, I have like 10 pieces of chalk. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
not what that means.
The starting inventory is kind of wild. Like the adventurers kit gives you a lot of torches and chalk.
Miko, you don't have to use rations because you got your PB&J sandwich.
Oh well, too late. How do I I'll figure that
I
out.
got
Never
it.
mind.
I'll
No one
fix
tell me.
it.
I got it.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I already did it.
I was gonna try and figure it out all by myself.
You have to edit the item and then edit the charges. Sorry. Alright. As you guys head out, Vatia, know what to do. Survival check.
Right.
Come on, Ranger, get to ranging.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, that is true. You head back out into the woods, ranging ever farther west. It's been a while since you've seen the hut, but you're fairly certain you know your way. It takes most of the day, and as night begins to fall, you find yourself standing before a small hut.
Do I?
It's
Can't
very
see
dark.
anything because it's very dark.
I find myself
You might
What do you
need
mean, Doc?
a torch
scared.
What is
I don't know what you mean by
for
dark.
some people.
I will
What's
light a
dark?
torch.
So Miko is fine, and Adelea
Hey.
is fine.
I will also hold a torch.
Can't I just like shed light off myself? I swear.
Oh
that's
yeah,
a thing
you
I
can.
can.
Bright fetchlings can.
Because you're a bright fetch. You can just you have light as a as a
You're
cantrip.
glowing.
Just for free.
Yeah. You want me to turn that on for you? You just right
Yeah,
click on
yeah.
your token, and in the upper left corner you'll see a little torch button. Click that.
Okay.
Man, you're glowing.
As
did.
we're
Is it-
approaching
there we go.
the hut in the forest, can I get a look over the house and kind of like adjust my optics and detect magic? Kind of get a feeling for like how the aura is in the air.
Yeah. Go ahead and post the detect magic in the
Sure.
chat, so stream can see it and I can double read it.
Boom. Not really looking for any details, just kind of like the existence of.
You don't get much of a feeling yeah, you don't really pick anything up.
Okay.
That's your 30-foot emanation.
Oh yeah.
Fear nothing will happen if we just stand here hoping. Perhaps Devlin should knock on door.
Open knock on the door.
Can I keep that magic thing, the detect magic, going as we approach? Just kind of like every round. It's not. I don't think it's sustained, but like it's something I can do just as an innate cantrip.
You want to just keep casting it over and over and over again?
Yeah, just kind of as I'm looking around. This place has me a little weirded out.
As you're kind of casting the spell over and over, you hear some sounds coming from inside and the door slowly creaks open. You get the faint presence of some magic that exists inside the hut, perhaps. An old lady opens the door before you all. Oh, remember the news. All right, there
She can. Are her eyes that like clouded?
Yes.
Oh, scary. Okay, I'm not scared.
Hello. What brings you out to my neck of the woods? Travelers this late at night? Oh, you must be cold with the sun setting. Please, please warm yourself by my fire.
Are you Alice?
Ah, yes, you've heard of me, I suppose.
Actually out to look for you. We have reason to believe that you might be helpful. You might be able to help us.
Oh, well, please come in, come in. And she
I
kind of hobbles further inside her hut. You come in. What do you say?
was gonna say, can I try to detect motive?
Yeah, you can
Or is it
roll
too
a
soon for that?
perception.
It might be too soon for that, but I would like to try if I can.
Yeah, she
19.
seems just welcoming and kind.
Yeah.
You come into the hut and it's well furnished. There's a large oven that seems to serve as both a baking and fireplace to warm the hut inside, and sundry food, bread, winter vegetables, and cuts of meat spread throughout. As the warmth of the fire sort of spreads over, like, I'm afraid I'm not used to so many visitors. I don't have enough chairs for you all. Please make yourself welcome on the couch and tell little Alice what she can do for you. Please, what brings you here in the dread of night, in the cold of the air?
Well, my my father my father is missing. Um
Oh, that must be a horrible thing to experience. And look at you, you're skin and bones. Please, you must be freezing. Warm yourself by the fire here, young lad. And she pats one of the chairs.
I look at Devlin.
I'll stand closer to the chair for you, so
Thank
you
you.
can feel more comfortable.
I'll come sit.
It's very
Uh,
warm.
okay. She's gonna push me and then she's gonna try and eat me. I'm
Yeah,
calling
I
it
got
now.
you. I got you. No Miko's in the fire today. If I can help it, I promise.
All right.
Uh,
Um, he'll say, you see, we went adventuring in the forest a few days back, and after we didn't return in a timely manner, my father and a few of the other priests from my community, they came out searching for us, but they seem to have gotten lost in the woods, and I was hoping that you could perhaps uh, cast some sort of scrying to see if you could find them.
oh, adventuring, you say? A lad such as yourself? And she looks around at the others and, "Yeah, some of you appear quite formidable indeed, yes?"
Would that
Every
be quite?
NPC we. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that we're all quite formidable. We've held off our own several encounters now. Go ahead, Miko.
Well, Miko, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, every NPC we meet looks at Miko and is immediately like, this is a little guy.
Miko can use
No,
that
it's...
to his advantage.
It is just a worldly fact.
I'd like to make a little guide check. No.
Little guy lore. Expert.
Guy, yeah,
I
Lord.
I have little guy lore. Lore master.
Good God.
Well, it's not easy to scry for lost individuals, you know. The magic takes quite a bit of a toll from time to time. Uh, there are things we could do to make it easier on an old lady such as myself. Do you possess something that was his on your person? A gift or a memento, perhaps, to help hone in the magic?
God, do I? What do I have on me that...
If you want to have something, you can just roleplay it and say you have it.
Okay,
You don't have to go through your
hold on.
inventory.
Okay, hold on. Let me do.
In
let me do some
16
quick
years of
retro-
life, you might have something that your adoptive father gave you that you hold precious.
Yeah, just like at least one thing he's given me.
A hair tie, maybe.
Stop. Oh, I know. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Wait. Oh my God, I know exactly what I have. So Miko will say, "Oh, yes, of course," and he takes out his hairpin and he hands that to her. Father Pedros gave him his hairpin. It's very decorative, fancy, expensive hairpin.
Oh, this is exquisite. Carved with a stag's head. Was your father a worshipper of Aristil, perhaps?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Oh, that is... They are great keepers of the woods. If not for the followers of Aristil, these Ravenel forests would be too dangerous for an old lady such as myself. You must be from Seldrain, are you not?
Yes, we are.
Ah, a wonderful, wonderful town. Many people visit me from time to time, seeking my skills with magic and art, herbs to help make babies, the occasional midwife gift, and of course, magic for scrying.
She said midwife gift.
Yes, I sometimes help people who have trouble delivering babies or making babies. It's a great gift that my own mother passed on to me long ago. Many people sometimes desire to have children even when they are not necessarily compatible from the same ancestries. And my art can sometimes make that work. I don't suppose you're looking for such a gift, young lad?
Oh, Lord in heaven almighty. No, not me. No, of course, no.
I just look at Falter, like, confusedly, like, it must be for him, if anybody, right? Or them. Like, Falter's the only one... Falter's the only one that Devlin understands would struggle in procreation right now.
Stop, help!
If there are herbs that would allow me to create spawn, I would be very interested.
She walks
Not for
over
use, but for study.
to you and she kind of reaches out with her feeble old hand, as though to like touch towards your chest where your core resides. Do you let her do so?
Slowly, yeah. I'm gonna be watching her very carefully. You probably see like Falter's optic adjusts a few times as she approaches.
I, I've never quite met one of your kind before. I've heard the stories, though, of ancient Jitska powers. Are you one of the souls tied?
I cannot say for certain, though it would make sense.
My grandmother told tales passed down from her own grandmother and hers before hers of a time when the first humans walked the land, when before things were settled here, after the darkness, when the sky fell and the elves abandoned the world. And they were said to have great mechanical prowess and could tap into the power of a soul and harness it. I feel. And she kind of looks around. Oh, actually, there is energy from you that I can. She looks at each of you kind of quizzically, and her gaze lingers on Devlin longer than most. And then she turns back towards Miko. But I get away with myself. This hairpin is a majestic thing. This could help with the scrying to find your father. Yes. Now another thing that could be useful, of course. A drop, a single drop of blood to
I
establish
knew that was.
your relation with your father. Could tighten the bond of the magic a bit
Oh, we're not.
more.
Oh, we're not. He's my. I'm adopted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Miko's an orphan.
Shut up! Wait, did Delia just say that?
Oh, and she places her hand.
Sorry, did Delia just say that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
she just threw it out there.
It's over at her.
What? I mean, I don't see what the issue is. You just said he's not your father.
I look back at the Alice.
I'm sorry if I brought up old wounds, perhaps. I haven't seen many of your kind here in the past. I just assumed.
Yes, well, I also have never met another fetchling before.
They are, they're not common in these parts. It's been, over a decade, I think, since I last saw one.
How
Perhaps.
much longer than a decade? Out of curiosity.
Maybe
16 years
17,
ago?
18 years? I think.
saw that coming. Do you remember that fetchling's name by chance?
Oh, yes. Yes, let me. Oh, it's been many years. Let me think. They're not very common in these parts. Was it. She was a young woman. Was it Kendra or perhaps Carrie? It was with a. It had that sound to it.
Did I get told her name? I don't think I did.
You don't know anything about your original parent.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Interesting.
Out of curiosity, why did she come to see you?
Oh, the normal. She was having trouble trying to conceive a child.
Oh my
So
god.
I did my best to help her.
Who was father?
She never said.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
I gave her the gift of herbs, guaranteed to produce at least one babe in exchange for a small gift.
And what was that gift?
Ah, everybody's gift. That is between the practitioner and them. Which, of course, brings me to the cost for this scrying spell. It should be an easy one for ones as strong as you.
Okay.
Wait, okay, what is it?
Well, there are certain things that exist here in the Ravenel Forest that can enhance the potency of a spell. And I need one such reagent. It is difficult to come by, for you see, there is a creature that exists in these woods.
Oh, I get it. You're not powerful enough, so you need spell enhancers.
Yes,
We're doing
my
dirty work
young
for
elf.
her.
That's exactly it. In my old age, I can't summon the weave as well as I could. The hands, they shake, the words, they tremble. And
Yes, to be fair, the scrying spells are not easy business.
yes,
Well, you,
without the blood link of a true relative, it makes it that much harder.
Perhaps you should try anyway.
Ah,
well, she said she would. We just got to go get this magic herb or something.
well, it's not quite an herb. For you see, it is a part of a beast that lives a ways north of here. A magical beast that only shows itself to people who are pure of heart and soul and mind.
I'm out.
Yeah.
She looks at Miko.
Yep.
Like I think this beast would show itself to you, perhaps.
What is it that you need from this beast?
When you see it, you will know.
That's
Well, that's helpful.
okay.
You're really setting us up for failure here, aren't you?
Ah, if
Delea,
it was an
please.
easy task,
Mm-hmm.
then I could send anyone. But the gift and what you do is a test more than just your resolve, but a test of your heart. And she looks at Miko, and of your mind. And she looks at you, Delea. These spells come with a price, and you must play a part in the role.
Excuse you?
Sorry, I can't stop laughing. Blue Man keeps sending gifts into the chat.
Outed.
Lumen!
Sorry, continue.
What were you trying to say, Delea?
It's just like, what the fuck?
What role will Delea have to play?
The creature is not one easy to subdue.
Oh.
But for a group such as yourself, I think it is doable. Yes?
I am very good at killing beasts, so probably yeah.
And she smiles and as she looks at you. That's the spirit that I look for. Yes. If you can hunt this creature, when you see it, there is one feature that makes it unique from others of its kind. And you will notice it on the spot. That feature is what you must bring to me.
We're
What
about to
even
finally.
is this beast? You know, it's not very helpful when you keep saying that we have to go find and kill a beast for an unspecified part, and you won't even tell us what the beast is that we have to go hunt down.
Delea, please.
Wait. It would be helpful to get some kind of subspecies information.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be an ass about this, but we kind of need a little bit of specification so
Is
we know
it-
what to look for.
Is it a bird? Is it a pig? Is it a cat?
Search
I don't
for the
think cats are
marks
magic.
of a hoofed animal.
Alright,
Okay.
move on.
Stride like a horse.
We're about to answer the question of like what makes a horse a horse. You know, that whole debate where it's like a quadrupedal, featherless creature or whatever. We're about to answer it with this.
Hold up, let me
one
go
unique
find my
feature.
cat. There's a horse for you.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. That description, quadrupedal featherless creature, brings to question a quadrupedal feathered creature.
Yeah,
I need answers.
So a Pegasus isn't a horse.
well,
This is
no.
the worst. No, I didn't want to actually have this debate.
Wait,
What's up?
I missed something.
Please.
Does it have feathers now? I just saw unique feature, has hooves, strides like a horse.
Oh my god, can we please go kill this thing?
Alright.
So, just one point of clarification. You want us to kill it and bring it back? Because all I heard from Alice was that we need to get a gift from it and bring it back.
Yeah.
But we don't know what that gift is.
But we might know what that gift is when we find this creature. Doesn't mean we have to kill it.
Okay, let's go in not assuming we have to kill. It seems
If
to
this-
be a creature of good, of
And-
some sort of it. Will
She-
only come out
As she
for
places
pure
a hand on your shoulder again, Miko. It is that very sentiment that makes me believe that you can pull this off. I see inside of you a goodness and a purity and a desire to bring good and light and healing into this world.
Alright, so Bayard is looking at my character sheet and seeing that I made a healing character. And it's outing me.
It does make a modicum of sense that a creature capable of producing magical amplifying materials would not be one we would want to remove from the ecosystem.
No.
Fair point.
You said it was north.
Yes.
All right.
Well, north and with hoofed feet. I think that should be enough for me to track. And I imagine I will be able to distinguish between this thing and deer, which I hunt all the time, and horse, which should probably not be in forest at all.
It's
The force is
getting
packed.
quite late at night. I don't have much room here in my hut, but you're welcome to
It's
sleep
fine.
in
We'll
the
sleep
common
somewhere
room.
else. We'll sleep
Yes,
somewhere else. It's all right.
we like to set up our own camp, but thank you very much for your hospitality.
Well, Most of you don't even have proper winter clothing. Only the young lad here is bundled up appropriately.
We'll be
Very thick blood. Normally fine in cold weather.
You don't even have a midriff.
Listen, these abs keep me warm. Also serve as good plate to eat off. Very hard.
Why would you know that?
It's not important.
Um,
Forget I said anything.
I will not forget. You know, we can talk about this later, maybe. I don't think that's very hygienic.
Miko sort of like looks at the hairpin still in Alice's hand and then looks up at her like, am I gonna get that back?
She hands it back to you.
Thank you. I put it back in.
I can tell this is of sentimental value to you. We can use it in the casting of the spell when you return. Please keep it with you.
Thank you.
Oh, let us go. And I'll start trying to herd people to the door.
Vatya
Alright.
is already leaving.
Let's go.
Oh, she's fucking weird.
Okay.
It's very creepy. Like, listen, I work with people who mostly live in forest and don't talk to anyone. No one near as creepy as that.
Wait, you work with people? I've only ever seen you alone.
Well, listen. Yes and no. Wardens, we have meetings. Mostly, in evening. And mostly, yes, I work on my own. But that does not mean that I do not have coworkers with whom I have cordial relationships. This is very hard to keep doing this voice. I'm getting like spit in my mouth.
Wait, isn't that where it's supposed to be?
Oh my
fuck
god,
up.
so much! There's so much about this conversation. Actually, I hate it when the party talks to each other.
That's the best part. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Listen,
Well-
we do not need to get into the specifics of Vatya's personal relationships.
No,
I need
That's
to
fair.
know who's eating off of your abs. I'm sorry. You can't just drop that with no other context.
Miko
What the
covers
fuck?
his ears. Miko covers his ears.
Vatya
Everyone also
puts her
covers his
hands
ears.
over Miko's ears. It's like,
Hi.
this is not the discussion I believe you will be wanting to have.
Me?
Anyone, but yes, you.
Alright, I'm gonna say because no one else will. It's because it's Delaya's mom.
It's not important who it is, in particular. Let's move on. Any other topic of conversation would be good.
Can we talk about how he was definitely talking about my mother? She
Oh, yes, very obviously.
Yeah.
that
Ah,
huh.
how do you feel about that, Miko?
Well, well,
You don't need to answer that actually. I can tell you're conflicted, and I don't want to push you to talk.
Father Perrin told me that Father Pedros and my mother were in a relationship.
Do you think that he could be your father? Maybe. Like, I mean, I obviously yes, he is your father, but like a biological father.
I don't know. He's never really acted like I was before. He took care of me, sure, but
Isn't that what a father does?
I mean, I guess who am I to say? I don't really have a frame of reference. I have learned so many things about Father Pedros over the last few days. Him not telling me a single one of them. This is just another
Well,
list.
to be
Just
fair,
another thing on the pile.
parents often do things, to just help the children. They don't have to tell them why.
Sure they do.
But does that involve not telling me he's my
If it
biological father?
if it involves protecting your feelings after for so long,
But why wouldn't he just tell me at the beginning? Why does it have to be this whole secretive thing?
where there's probably some social outcast problems dealing with the church, not being able to have a relationship, those kind of things. So
But that's not a thing. We can have relationships in the church. I don't know. Oh, it's so
what?
confusing.
You know,
Okay.
I've learned that sometimes parents try to hide things from you, thinking that it is for your own benefit, but sometimes it doesn't actually help.
Well, that's true too. But they could never know until it actually comes up.
I know that this could probably be solved by me just giving her my blood and seeing if that works to connect the spell, but maybe some part of me is scared of what that would mean if he is my father.
Well, first we need to find this creature, and from what she was telling us, did anybody else get the vibes that she's kind of creepy?
Oh, 1,000,000%, yeah.
What do you
Well,
mean?
okay, so
Definitely.
we should definitely
I
not kill
didn't
this
read
creature.
that at all.
You just hate old women, God.
Yeah, I didn't catch creepy vibes. She looked like she was genuinely trying to help us.
She was quite hospitable.
Yeah, she was very kind. Put us next to fire when it's cold outside, and then offered to help. And when you refused for blood, she said, "Oh, no problem. We look for other solution." I thought she was quite kind, actually.
Vibes were off. The vibes were off. I don't know how else to explain it.
Truly atrocious vibes.
I know
Exactly. Thank you. You understand.
this is where the person lives, right? But this is a corrupt forest now, and you know, spellcaster in a corrupt forest being able to just continue living like nothing's going on, tells us to go hunt down a mystical beast that only good people can see. All of that combined makes me think maybe this person not the best. Not the best. Can't talk.
Based.
It just seems like a bout of gerontophobic behavior.
Aren't you like 3?
Can you say that word again? Possibly put it in your notebook.
Can you use that word in a sentence? Wait, you just did.
Listen,
Sorry.
there are many old druids, many
hatred or
old
fear
ones.
of elderly.
Okay, thank you, Bayard. Someone knows that I was not equipped with my dictionary.
Elderly TTRPG stream.
We're all over 25. We're elderly. Not all. Sorry, not all.
I was gonna say,
Not,
hold on.
Not Michael or Delea.
Michael's children's.
Michael or Delea?
Who the hell is Lily?
Same.
Same.
I think maybe not I alcohol, but we alcohol.
You guys know I start every game with a glass of rum. Come on.
Bayard pre-games.
How do you think I managed to improv off basic notes like party goes to hut in woods, old lady?
How do you think? No. How do you think Baird manages to deal with us?
So the reason we are called Digital Dungeons Academy is because we always learn things like basic notes can turn into drama argument with mother. Oh my gosh.
I don't see anybody else contributing.
My god. Well,
Listen, I think we should bed down for the night and take watch, and we will figure out how to deal with this problem in the morning. Yes?
Yes.
yes.
But first we walk a little ways away from But
Oh yes, obviously.
don't camp on porch.
No, it's very rude to camp in front. Yeah, we'll go over there somewhere.
Come sleep in my living room. No, we'll camp out on the lawn.
Literally on the lawn. I'm obsessed with that.
I think it's really nifty.
Oh my god.
Let us go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we do.
I'm gonna take watch with Delia.
I'm putting that in the jar. I'm
No,
putting.
that's so unfair. I've been so good.
So
26.
26.
Unfair. This is so. I stopped myself.
Yeah, but you started. You alcohol.
Fine.
I
I'm
don't-
gonna take like a good 5-second pause next time before I say her name.
Alright. So Miko and Delea have first watch, then Falter and who, Falter and who, Falter and who.
It doesn't matter. Just Alter and the rest.
Falter and everyone else.
Fine. Yeah.
Vatia will take the last one before morning again.
Alright.
I'll get my 2 a.m. workout in.
You guys set up
Crunches.
camp. Not too far, but far enough away from the hut for it to be out of sight. Where your fire could not be seen. Miko and Delea, you're up first on watch. So let's start with
Perception.
Perception checks.
you don't see anything as you settle down for the night.
Ominous.
Cute. I'm a fan of that.
What do you guys talk about?
Yeah.
I think I'm getting there. Hold on. After like a good amount of silence, Miko's just like, "Do you think it'd be worth a shot to try and do the scrying spell first with my blood?"
If you think it'll be. I mean, the worst comes to worst, some random old lady in the middle of the woods has a little bit of your blood that she uses for a spell,
Yes.
and you find out that he's not your father.
Or he is my father.
I would say that's maybe a best case scenario. So you
Is
find
it?
out. Do you think so?
I find out he's been lying to me, hiding this from me.
Did he ever explicitly say that he wasn't your father? That's
Oh god. I don't think so. Bayard?
Yeah, throughout your time, he's been pretty clear that he took you in when your parents died. He uses the
Yeah.
plural, but he doesn't actually say like, "Oh, I'm not your father."
Yeah.
Just more like both your, when both your parents died, I took you in. Blah, 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 that kind of conversation.
Well, he was pretty clear about the fact that he took me in due to my parents' deaths.
okay.
So, I mean, he didn't have to say it for it to kind of be implied. Why would I have any reason to think that? I don't know.
Well, it's up to you. Obviously, even though past track record doesn't prove this, I'm not going to try to pressure you into giving your blood for any strange rituals or sacrifices or weird magic in the middle of the woods. If you think that good may come from this, I'll support you. I will always support you with whatever you would like to do.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
What if Father Perrin doesn't trust Alice because of what she did for my mother?
I don't know.
He just, I don't know, seems to think it's sinister magics that Alice uses, but I
Well,
don't know.
just because it's not church magic, I would assume it's probably a different,
But
like,
that's what I'm,
origin of magic.
that's what I'm saying. Is that I don't
It
know.
doesn't mean that it's bad if it doesn't come from the church.
Oh, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just speculating on why Father Perrin might have a distrust of it, but
I mean, it would certainly explain it, because if he doesn't know how to justify the magic, that I could understand someone thinking that'd be a bit scary.
this is a messy situation.
Yeah,
It also
It-
strikes me as odd that Father Perrin was so insistent on not looking into trying to find Father Pedros.
I know that he is someone who has always been there for you, but I don't particularly care for Father Perrin. Um, I don't know. He's just always struck me as a bit eccentric, and he's also said some. I know the things that I say to people don't strike very kind, but to be met with unkind words that harshly, that it just makes me distrust him a bit innately.
Hmm. I'm sorry he says those things about you.
It's not your fault.
No, but I wish I could do something about it.
There's nothing that to be done, even. It's alright. Hey Miko, I have a question.
Yes, of course.
Did you ever recall my mother going to the church to talk to Father Pedros
Of course, they talked quite a bit.
about you or me, particularly us?
Yes.
Did you know
No, what?
what they were trying to fate for us?
She told you? I wasn't even supposed to know. I wasn't meant to speak of it.
Yeah, she told me.
I don't want this to put us in an awkward position. I, I don't really know what to say.
Is your kindness towards me just manufactured for the sake of this?
No, no, of course not. I, I, I would. In fact, maybe I avoided you a bit because I didn't want to impose any sort of pressure on you regarding it.
I.
So then,
Yeah?
I, you've been so kind to me, and you are one of my best friends.
Friend zone.
And I don't want this to make that weird. I had
Well,
no intentions.
alright. Um, in the case of you just saying the words that you did, I do feel some sort of obligation to at least put these words out there bluntly. That I like you. I have for a while, and I understand that these aren't reciprocated, and that's all right.
Oh, I didn't say that. Hold on.
You don't need to try to cover up or lie to me about this. I'm all
No,
right
no,
with the
this is
rejection.
no. I am not. No, this is. I wasn't trying. I was not trying to put you in any sort of position where you had to feel like you liked me, because
I
I.
just found out yesterday. I've
Well,
liked you for years.
oh. um. Um.
I don't expect anything out of this.
Uh, uh,
I just thought it would be kind for me to tell you, and at least let you know. If you don't want to be my friend anymore, I understand.
I. I really like you too.
Excuse you?
Of course I really like you too. You're smart and brave and kind, and you sing so beautifully, and you play just as well, and of course I like you, and of course I was trying to avoid you because I didn't want you to find out that we were meant to be engaged, and you to feel like there's some sort of obligation there that you had to like me, or me liking you put you in a position where our engagement had to go through even when you didn't want it, or something of the like. Of course I like you, Delia. You're beautiful.
I don't think I quite know how to respond right now. I kind of was always under the assumption that you didn't. And I had already accepted and moved on from that fact that everything was one-sided and that was all right. I'm going to go for a walk right now. I don't know. I'm feeling very overwhelmed in this moment.
Okay.
I want to go for a walk.
Ah! Miko dies.
So,
Actually,
Oh, great. Cool.
Miko's at dying 3.
Wow. This sucks. We have no healing now.
That's
And
our
four
healer down,
dire
boys.
wolves
We're in
jump out of the
trouble.
woods. Just,
Oh
I'm
no!
kidding. I'm kidding.
And they eat Miko.
uh,
What the fuck?
I almost feel like we should just stop the session there. What's the next 40 minutes gonna give us? Hunt for the beast? I mean, how could we end on a better note than this right here, right now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
pretty good.
I don't even know what to do with these feelings.
Yeah, I
It's been a
think
charged one.
I think this is a good stopping point rather than, now try to go hunt this beast and see if we can squeeze in a combat in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think squeezing in anything further is gonna sour this.
Yeah, I think this is the moment. Thank you, everybody out in Twitch land who watched us today for one of the best roleplay, drama, and emotionally charged episodes that Digital Dungeons has ever had in its history. And with that, we will let you all go tonight, and we will see you in hopefully 2 weeks. Thank you, everybody, and have a fantastic rest of your night.